Today from Pittsburgh Music Magazine, I'm here with Kaleo from Pepper.
Yes. Hi, guys. You said my name really well, by the way. That doesn't happen a lot.
I'm happy that I
Yes,
did. I have heard so many names today, and someone goes, my name's Chris. All right, cool. And I walk away. Wait, what was it again? Chris. All right, I got you. What?
Right. Yeah, it's a hard one. I usually repeat the name 3 or 5 times back to them. Then they kind of think that I'm a schizophrenic, but I really am remembering their name. Dave.
Have you got koala before?
Koala? No, I have had Kalua, but that was in Cabo San Lucas. I have had Kaleo, but that was in Dubai. So there's always a different pronunciation. We're always looking for a fun way to say my name no matter where we're traveling to. But here in Pittsburgh, Dave, you have executed the name perfectly. Say it one more time.
Kaleo.
Yes, perfect, there you are.
Glad that I could do that for you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to meet you.
All right. So, how's the Warped Tour going so far?
Fantastic. This is our 15th year as far as Warped Tour is concerned. Now, we haven't done that consecutively. We first had our first Warped Tour in 2001.
Okay.
Where we did the entire tour and we built a stage to get on it. And then we did 03, 07, 11, and here we are in 16. Yeah.
That's all right. I'm still trying to remember what year it is too.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Well, I mean, they are dripping by really quick. Like anybody watching this, if you think that time is speeding up, you're right.
It's already July.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So we're basically over the hump. We're almost at 2017.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Boom.
By the time I wrote 2016 on everything, it's gonna be 2017.
Mind blown.
Isn't it?
So you said that you interviewed some people earlier.
Yes, I interviewed quite a few people. I actually interviewed Buddy from Less Than Jake.
Oh my gosh. Now Buddy is pure gold. That guy is fantastic. He is pure gold, Buddy. And that's why I think so many golden retrievers around the world are named Buddy. Because that name is just so beautiful. And you know those dogs, like you see them anytime, you're just like, oh my God, I love that dog. Where other dogs you may be a little wary of, like a Chihuahua.
All right, let's be honest. Right now, you should always beware of Chihuahuas.
Always. I mean, they're the most vicious dog. They are the vicious dog of the world. Pitbulls, loving, Dobermans, they can be a pain in the ass, but they're still cool. Chihuahuas will go after you.
Poodles.
I have not met a poodle yet. I have met a golden doodle, or whatever they're called. No, I'm serious. Like this is like a thing. Like they're like breeding poodles and golden retrievers to make this supreme Aryan dog, and it seems to be working. Like they're really loving and
So it seems like we're on the dog talk now. I met a dog. It was actually my friend's. It was a Chihuahua mixed with a German Shepherd. I want you to wrap your head around that for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could find that category on Pornhub or something, but that's pretty, amazing. That's crazy.
It's true. And it's the size of a Chihuahua, but it looks like a German Shepherd. It was mine.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
I think it was vicious. Like, you imagine a Chihuahua being vicious, and then this thing just amplified.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
So how long have you been interviewing bands?
I have been interviewing bands for maybe about 2 years now.
Okay.
Taking photos for almost 3.
What are your favorite questions to ask?
You know, my favorite questions to ask.
Actually, how about this? What are the bands that you interview? What is their favorite question you ask?
You know, that's actually a good question. I don't even know the answer to.
Well,
a lot of times it's usually new albums.
Ooh.
Which you have one.
Oh my gosh, you are really up on your game. Yes, we do have a brand new album that was released on April 29th of 2016, which this year's almost over. It's called Ohana.
Which means family.
Yes, very good. I am very impressed with your Hawaiian. The pronunciation, everything is working good. You ever spend any time back in the Highlands?
I have not. Been meaning to. I want to. Have not.
Well, I mean, 2017 is right around the corner. What a great New Year's resolution to do that.
It would be great. So you never know. I might be able to come down. We can visit.
Oh, for sure.
Another fantastic interview because this one is just awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. I really nice conversation.
Yeah, I really, the appreciation for anyone wanting to talk to us in a different state that we're not from is always welcomed. You know, it's really cool to be able to be on the Warped Tour, be around so many different bands. In contrast, there are so many different styles of music, and to have fans who have never ever heard of you before come over and say, "Wow, you guys were great," and I'm like, "This is the first time you've seen us, and we've been a band for almost 20 years," and they're like, "Yes." I'm like, "Well, where you been? I'm so glad that you're here now."
Mind-blowing fact. This would be the first time that I would see you guys.
So you are going to see us?
I'm hoping to.
Okay, well, we go on at 5:30 today.
5:30. What stage?
Yeah, it's going to be the journey left.
Journey left stage, not the
Copy.
right.
All right, there. It's
Not
on
the
the
right
left side.
Not the center. Not
My
left.
left. That's your left.
It doesn't work for me. I tried.
Some of the other bands that you're here to see?
If I can get to see them, I have a handful of bands. You know, always less than Jake and Go Big Fish. I'm a huge ska fan.
Oh, yes.
So that's why you guys are definitely one of us to see.
Awesome.
Love to. I'm also a huge metalhead. So I also love like Whitechapel, In Heart's Wake, Chelsea Grant. I go to both sides.
So for someone like you, this tour is absolutely brilliant.
This tour this year is just spectacular.
Wonderful.
I get both sides of the spectrum. So even the chance to see like Legends as yourself.
Thank you. We're on the Legend stage.
You guys are basically. You guys know this tour. It is fantastic. You know, it just hits every single thing that I need.
And I think that's why we're all so enamored with Warped Tour after all these years. I mean, they've done Warped Tour for 22 years now.
It's been a while.
And so Kevin Lyman's orchestration with a beautiful production team, they always bring you this great festival that comes to you. You know, a lot of festivals that are happening right now, like whether it be a Riot Fest or a Hangout Fest or Firefly, they are destination festivals where Warped Tour constantly comes to your town every summer. And I really appreciate that fact. It helps out a lot of the travel.
It does.
Yeah.
Warped Tour still to this day is like the biggest festival you can think of. Like if you would walk to anyone and ask them, hey, music festival, what's the first one that comes to mind? Guarantee Warped Tour would probably be the biggest response.
Absolutely, it's way up there.
It is. You know, like I said, 22 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's been going on. And even hits up the UK.
Wow. Yes, that's right.
So it's always out there. It's always like hitting hard as soon as it can. Just a big name.
Awesome.
So before we get completely sidetracked, let's talk about your new album.
Wonderful. So Ohana was a record recorded by us, strictly us. We produced it with a very, very close working friend of ours. His name is Mike Sutherland, and he co-produced the record with us. It was basically, 3-4 guys in a room making the best song possible without using too many effects. That can sum up the album actually really quickly. It's more of a raw, it's a raw representation of where the band is at currently, concentrating more on song and song content and quality versus bells and whistles, which is really, it was inspiring for us to go in that vein of music, and we're coming out with an album that we all feel really strong and confident with.
So, it's kind of funny how you said like no bells and whistles, when a lot of bands now are all bells and whistles. That's it. Like they produce all the music and then they play the tracks. So I'm glad that you guys went the other route, went with the raw sound. You're like, we're gonna get there and play it. If you can't play it, then it's not gonna be on here.
Well, yeah, that's definitely where our heads were at. And also, too, keep in mind that we have done projects where it was just bells and whistles, and we've learned that that's something of more that we don't want. And now that we're understanding that, what we do want is to try to produce and to write really good songs with just bare bones structure. We're a three-piece band, we always have been. The three same members exist for the last 20 years, 19
Which
years.
is just
But 2017 is right around the corner, so it'll be 20 soon. So yeah, it's really nice to just go back to basics. And the way that this band started, like most bands, is in the garage, playing 3 instruments and doing whatever you could with whatever equipment you had.
Now you were saying that it's the same 3 members. What is the secret? Is it just keeping that bond?
Loving yourself and loving what you're doing more than anything, and truly relying on that. And then, only then, is when you're going to be with people that are like-minded and they have the same goal. They want to keep doing good things. And when you align yourself with good people because you're focused on making it as good as possible, that's when things fall in line, in alignment. And so the 3 of us always want to be our best. And so when we get together, it works.
Very nice. Beautiful words on how to put it. So you see so many bands that just go through countless members, like even a band of mine did the same thing. Went through, I couldn't tell you how many guitarists. So to have a band that's been around for 20 years and you still have the same trio is just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
You know, there's a lot of things I credit. You know, it's never really a magic bullet theory in a lot of things, especially the Kennedy assassination. But you know, what it is there's a combination of things that, you know, can align. And us also being from a very small town in the middle of the Pacific Ocean has a lot to do with where this band is currently. You know, it was always a family vibe. It was always Ohana. And that's why we had this album, Ohana, come out. It was just, yes, we know we are family.
So it was a huge personal album.
It's a personal album that extends. It extends because from an honest point of view, we're explaining a journal entry to everyone who's listening. And for them to hear it, they're getting like, oh, okay, these are these guys. Got it. These are these guys at the point of where they are.
So now, are you accepting every fan at Warped Tour into your Ohana?
I think it goes beyond just fan. If you're really resonating with the music in any capacity, more than welcome.
It's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys are still playing today. Still have a chance to see these guys live.
Right.
The left stage, Journeys, not the right.
Also, just to let you know, we're going to be back here in February, probably at the Altar Bar, which is one of our favorite places to go.
The Altar Bar is closing.
What, really? What day?
They're doing their last string shows the last week of July.
Well, we're going to have to find a new place, Pittsburgh. So
it breaks my heart too.
Oh, what a
great
venue! I loved it. But you know what? That just means there's something new and exciting around the corner.
Exactly. It's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So February, it's very far away. There's so many more chances for something.
We will see. Yeah, we'll see Pittsburgh in 2017 for sure.
You guys heard it here. All right.
Thank you. Aloha Friday, by the way.